me! Move me out!
You will go one-on-one with The Undertaker!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Hit the Books, the only weekly realistic fantasy booking podcast in the universe. I am your host, as always, Ryan Knightsey, and with me, as always, is the man of 1,000 nicknames, Mikey Manfredi. Mikey, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing great. We nailed that intro on the first try. Not a single take more. Got it in one.
Exactly. I don't even know why is this a topic of conversation? It's not.
We're just stoked about it, man. Sometimes, you know, it's always great to get it in one take.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, of course.
And
yeah.
one take only.
One take
That's
only.
it.
One. Yeah. Well, they called me the one take. I got nothing. Awful start.
The one. I'm the Taco Bell kid. You're the one take kid.
I was about to say kid.
Take one kid.
I was about to say one take kid, and I was like, well, no, you're the Taco Bell kid. I can't also be the kid. The kid, you already got a kid.
One take guy.
One take chump.
One take man.
One take man. It's a terrible anime villain. Well, welcome everybody to Hit the Books.
Really bad supervillain.
Yes, welcome everybody to Hit the Books. If you don't know, if you're new to this program, if you don't know, we are two guys that have been watching wrestling for several years now, and we decided about 18 months ago, you know what? If the creative is bad, if everyone says like I can do that better, or everyone fancy books or whatnot, let's try it. Let's try to book Raw and SmackDown every week, and look where we are now. We've been booking it. I am the head director. What is it called? I think executive director of Raw. Mikey is the executive director of SmackDown. It's kind of like GM mode, but more intricate and more advanced, as it were.
Blue brand baby.
Blue brand baby. And yeah, Mikey, I just do that out of the way. Get the little intro. Of course, you can follow us at Hit the Books Pod and subscribe if you like what you're hearing.
All right,
Mikey,
the plugs are later.
I know they are, but I'm just getting the pre-plugs, as it were.
Pre-plugs.
Yes, before I like put more hair on the top of my head. Well, so how are you doing, Mikey? How's been your week for you? How's been the past week for you?
Pretty chill. Not much going on. Just started thinking about my card, how it's going to be. Oh, and we're recording this on Wednesday before Dynamite.
Oh, yes.
So I just wanted to say, it's time to rule some ass!
Oh, well, you might have blown out the audio, but yeah, it is officially, yeah, you're excited. You're hyped up, obviously, hyped up for Warhorse versus Cody tonight, Mikey, or like you said, it's happened days ago.
At this point, it happened 2 days ago, and I'm sure the match was phenomenal, and I cannot wait. Right now, though, I cannot wait for later. 8 o'clock cannot come soon enough.
Yeah, what do you think is going to happen in this match?
I mean, as much as I hate to say it, Warhorse is going to lose. We all know it. But I'm still excited because he's going to come out. He's going to probably cut a sick promo. He's going to be screaming into the microphone. We all know it. And he's going to put on a sick match. And Cody's probably going to be like, damn, kid, I underestimated you. And he's going to give him like that nod or like that handshake at the end that's going to like put him over, I feel it. I feel it in my bones. The way Cody's been tweeting, like, "Oh, this match is going to be 5 minutes. This is going to be nothing." Teasing the fans.
I would like.
I feel that handshake coming in my bones.
What percentage do you think Warhorse wins?
Like 3%.
Really? That low?
There's that tiny little hope in me, but I know it's probably not going to happen.
I'm like 30%.
You think he has that much of a chance? You think they're not gonna book Cody to win another match?
I think there's Cody to win, but I really like the idea of like
Warhorse being the one to do it.
I don't know if it's Warhorse being the one to do it, but I'm basically going on my theory and idea is Cody turns heel, and this is the night he turns heel. Because what better way to turn heel than on an internet beloved guy he tweeted at him for months now.
What do you think about this scenario? Warhorse wins tonight. Cody turns heel. They sign Warhorse, and we get a Warhorse Cody storyline.
I don't know if we'll get a Cody Warhorse storyline. I think Cody will get his match back next week and gets the title back. But also, what's the point of doing that? But besides, like a
So you
pop?
think for a week they'll give Warhorse 2 belts?
Yeah, why not?
Do you think he's gonna come with his other belt on? Probably not.
The
right?
Independent Wrestling Championship. I think he should.
I also think he should.
I don't know if
they're gonna let
do
him,
it.
but I think he should.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they'll. I mean, they're not doing New Japan title belts, so I'm not sure if they'll do Internet Wrestling title belts. I think he should because I think it'll give him some credence.
No, wrestling title belt is on Matt Cardona. Excuse you.
Oh, there we go. How about this? We do Warhorse wins it, and then next week it's Zack Ryder versus Warhorse.
Matt Cardona.
Sorry, Matt Cardona versus Warhorse, and then
he becomes Warhorse 3 belts.
Oh, that sure. He combines the two internet titles.
It's the Independent Wrestling Television
Whatever.
Championship, Ryan.
No, it doesn't matter because no matter what, this episode comes out Friday, and the listeners already know what happens. Oh, jeez. We do a lot of like previewing things that have already existed to the listeners.
Do you think, not tonight, but do you think Warhorse has a chance of getting signed to AEW? Or do you think he's going to stay on the independent scene and keep defending that title?
I think he stays on the independents. I think the only chance he really has to be signed is if for whatever reason he pops a huge number in the ratings somehow.
We know he's gonna though. Have you seen the hype behind this match?
Or at least on the internet on the match. Yeah, I mean, I know, and they've also been teasing it for like 2-3 weeks now.
This is gonna be the first Dynamite I've watched live in weeks because Warhorse is on it.
That's a great point. And it's also hilarious that they're doing this on one of the nights that NBA is officially back. Like they're trying to use Warhorse to pop a rating, which is hilarious to me.
The fact that they even announced him is wild.
Yeah, well, they're trying to get that. Like I said, they're trying to get that rating, and they'll probably start the show with it.
Have they done that with any other independent wrestler before? Like, have they been like, this is a TNT Championship match versus this independent wrestler?
First off, I take that back. They'll probably start the show with the Omega Evil Uno Dark Order match because they usually do the tag team first. This will probably be the 9:00 match. Have they ever done it first? No. Ricky Starks was a surprise.
Ricky Starks was a surprise. Eddie Kingston was a surprise.
Eddie Kingston was surprised, but at the very least, Eddie Kingston cut a promo at a GCW show.
Okay.
Like he wasn't like saying that he's going to do it. He was basically calling out Cody and challenging him.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, also those are the only two people that were independent. So I mean, this is the first time they've really hyped it. And there's even been like some people. I'm trying to think. Were there any of the AEW wrestlers that came out that weren't hyped for? Like they just
that weren't hyped for. I don't know because they hyped up Jake Hager because it was at Fyter Fest.
Mm-hmm. They hyped up Sonny Kiss. They hyped up Janela. They hyped. I think
I forgot Janela had a shot.
Did he do Janela?
I think I don't even remember. Oh Jesus!
There's also something to say that like I know that they don't do. Like, I mean, Cody outright said this on Twitter a couple of days ago about heels and faces, but there is something to the idea that, like, every single person that Cody has faced for the TNT Championship has been a face, distinctly a face.
Lance Archer.
Oh, well, except the first one. Yeah, except the first one. I mean, you can make an argument for both Ricky Starks and Eddie Kingston. But, I mean, Eddie Kingston cut a promo that kind of made him the heel, but also kind of, if you knew who he was, it's basically, if you knew Ricky Starks and knew Eddie Kingston, then they were the face in your eyes. But even then, like, all the AEW people, it's all been faces, barring the first title match.
Yeah.
That they haven't done, like, Cody versus whoever. That's the one thing I like about TNT, is that, like, not everything has to be a story. Like not every single match has to be a feud, like a blood feud situation. Like they're like, oh, we're doing these open challenges, and that's also what's nice about open challenges is that like that's how you get a lot of those like face good guy sort of matches or whatever they're doing.
Yes.
But yeah,
turns out there's no link that just has all of Cody's title defenses on it.
Fair enough. To actually answer your question and not go on a tirade about whatever, a diatribe or whatever. Weirdly enough, I think there's a higher chance Warhorse wins the title than actually being signed. I think Warhorse, I think Warhorse has a 30% chance of winning the title, but I think he has like a 10% chance of being signed. I don't think
they would do it while he has the title on him. I think if they're going to sign him, he's going to have to lose that title first.
I mean, yeah, there's situations.
But so far, it doesn't look like it's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to remember. I think I don't remember if they signed Orange Cassidy before or after he had that title.
After, because he lost. I forgot who he lost it to. I think he lost it to whoever Warhorse won it from.
I thought. Now we're just looking things up. I thought that Orange Cassidy lost it to Chris Statlander, won it back, and then eventually lost it to Warhorse.
No, Warhorse got it off of somebody else. Warhorse, I can't remember who exactly. It wasn't Cassidy, though.
Looking it up. IWTV Internet Championship. He won it off of Eric Stevens.
Yes, that was it.
Who had it for less than a day.
Yikes.
No, it's because they...
And then he's had all those successful defenses since then.
It's because he defended it on one taping on two different shows. So he won it from Orange Cassidy and then lost it to Warhorse. Okay. And then Warhorse, who's had it for 312 days. Okay. Yeah, what a weird lineage, by the way. Jonathan Gresham, Tracy Williams, Orange Cassidy, Chris Statlander, Orange Cassidy, Eric Stevens, Warhorse. What an insane lineage. And that's all the way from 2017 to today. Prestigious title. Title. 6 people actually. 7 titled reigns over the course of 3 years. What a prestigious title.
Right now, if you want, on IWTV.com, they have or IndependentWrestling.tv, they have for free all of Warhorse's title defenses.
All of them? Hasn't he done like a shit ton?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I wonder if this will hold true by time Friday rolls around. But I'm already logging in. Now it's
and one of them, Ryan, is Warhorse defending his title against none other than Speedball Mike Bailey.
Oh fuck! Can you send me that link so I can watch it after the show recording? The show has just turned into us watching.
Oh, are you kidding? As soon as we're done here, I'm watching the speedball match.
Yes, send me that link, please. I love how the show is just quickly turning into us on the internet. So quickly getting out of here. Speaking of prestigious titles, Mikey.
So if you want to go check out these videos, if they're still up, you go to independentwrestling.tv/free, and you'll find all the videos there.
They have a shit ton of videos.
We got stuff like Warhorse versus Ophidian, which was an awesome match that I watched. We have Warhorse versus Kylie Ray. We have Warhorse versus Daniel Makabe. Warhorse versus Mike Bailey.
They also have all of Orange Cassidy's.
A lot of big names.
They also have a lot of Orange Cassidy's defenses as well. And I think just the independent wrestling title is free matches.
Yeah. Warhorse versus Danhausen versus Mark Wheeler.
I did not know this, so definitely go check.
Warhorse versus John Silver. Like, we got some big names here.
Well, let's transition out of this. Speaking of prestigious
we
titles,
have a card to present.
Yes, we both have a Raw and SmackDown card to present.
This isn't a Warhorse podcast.
Not anymore. Not unless he becomes our TNT champion.
This isn't Podhorse.
Yeah, spent 15 minutes talking about Warhorse. So like I said, we're a Raw and SmackDown booking podcast. Each of us have written down our own separate cards for Raw and SmackDown. We're going to present them to each other. We don't know what the other one person wrote, so it's sort of a surprise. And of course, we'll make comments, questions, concerns, whatever when it comes to it. Mikey, I should say to the audience as well. At the end of every single episode, when it comes out on our Twitter page, roughly after it comes out on our Twitter page at some point, there'll be a pinned tweet where you, the audience, can vote on which card you liked better, whether it was my Monday Night Raw card or whether it was Mikey's Friday Night SmackDown card. you can vote in that poll to decide the answer. So definitely go and do that after listening to this episode. But, Mikey, speaking of that poll, last week's poll's results have come in.
Ooh, I can't wait to hear who won.
The result is a tie, 50-50.
We split down the middle again?
Yes, for the second time, we have split down the middle.
Ryan, we are battling back and forth here, bud.
Yeah, and it was also the return home for both our pay-per-view matches and stuff. So
Indeed.
it's interesting that we got a tie there. I guess we both did good at the very least.
We both did fine.
Both did. It's hard to gauge whether or not the audience thought it was good or not, because it's just deciding whose was better. At the very least, they were equal to each other.
Apparently, they were equally okay.
Yes. Okay. So, no, our cards are great. I'm resenting that. Our cards are amazing, better than other people's cards. Vince. So let's get into it. Because, Mikey, we usually start with the loser going first. Do you just want to go back and forth between, like, I'll do the show opener, then we'll do your show opener, then match one?
Yeah, I like that.
Sort of see how it feels.
Let's try that out. Let's try those pants on.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Let me change my pants. Let me just unbuckle and then put these new pants on because it's Warhorse Day, so my ass has been kicked.
Your ass has been ruled, Ryan.
Oh, sorry, my mistake. Then let's start off. I'll start with Raw, where we have last week, of course, we had the grand unveiling of who attacked Aleister Black. It was none other.
It was R-Truth.
Well, no, it actually wasn't R-Truth. R-Truth thought it was him, but he didn't realize that he can't physically turn himself into 4 different people.
Ooh, imagine.
Instead, it was
R-Truth learned Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Oh my God. Instead, it was LLC, Lashley, and Cesaro, the Usos, and Roman Reigns financing the whole gimmick. So, because of that, Roman Reigns, the Usos, and LLC open Raw, already standing in the ring to a chorus of boos, hopefully. The one time I went to...
Who's directing this chorus?
Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, yes. The one time I want the crowd...
It's like boo, 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 boo.
This is the one time I actually want the crowd to boo Roman.
Fair enough.
Roman tells everybody to quiet down, which they probably don't do. Roman goes on to say that his journey to win the WWE Championship early this year was everything to him. I did everything in my power to return and come back and win the WWE Championship. I even put my entire career on the line. The WWE Championship means so much to me. Then one day later, my entire world comes crashing down around me. Vince, Heyman, Brock all steal the WWE Championship out from underneath me. And then I'm not allowed to ever challenge for the championship again. Bullshit. I've worked so hard, blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah, Roman bringing out the curse words.
Yeah, well, that's how you know he's a heel.
He's cussing. He's cussing.
I've given my life, and in return, I got shafted by my own boss. So, that was it. Fate was sealed. I had to find my way back into the title. I had to go into the Money in the Bank match. And since the qualifiers were already happening, I needed to get in the last one. I needed to face Keith Lee, because, I already knew I could kick his ass. So I looked to my family, my own blood, and the Usos to help me out. But I needed to be certain that I could take out Aleister Black, who was Keith Lee's opponent that night, be certain that Black would be taken out. So I talked to my former friend Seth Rollins. He told me that he could hire LLC for me, but he would only do it if the New Day lose that tag team tournament. So we hired LLC to do both. Take out New Day, take out Black.
This is like fucking Charlie Day and It's Always Sunny with like the pins on the corkboard.
Yes, this is he's doing his villain grand unveiling of everything.
The monologue.
Cesaro and Lashley and Lana all not in agreement, basically just confirming all that information. So Jimmy, Jay, Cesaro, and Lashley all got their gear and drove up and attacked Aleister Black, so much so that he is out for months, all while I'm sitting down with that idiot Ricochet chatting about whatever nonsense in catering.
Damn.
Well, yeah.
There was no need to go after Ricochet like that. There was absolutely no reason.
Look, I tried to be Mr. Nice Guy, and that got me nowhere, so I had to be ruthless. I paid off LLC, got my family in, and they did the work. Then they attacked each other to get off the scent, but there was no scent because, of course, y'all had R-Truth to figure it out, and we all see how that turned out. Roman continues saying that, sure, he didn't win the Money in the Bank briefcase and had the deal with Bray Wyatt, but that's all in the past. I've got my boys with me and money to spare to hire LLC. I'm coming for that WWE Championship, and there's nothing Heyman or Vince or anyone in the WWE Universe that can stop me. Lights go out and come back, and Aleister Black is standing behind everyone, all five of them, yeah. Aleister Black kicks one of the Usos' head off and then tries to start attacking everyone else.
Oh, he killed one of them?
He killed one. Yeah, they're beheaded. And then he tries to start attacking everybody else, but he soon quickly gets outnumbered, and he's able to escape properly.
All right, so Aleister Black coming in, raising a little bit of hell, killing one of the Usos.
Yes.
Tragically.
Yes, tragically, he
by decapitating them with a black mass.
Yeah, thoughts on that show
wild.
opener? It was like
A
big
lot of things
heel.
happened. I like Roman. Yeah, I like Roman doing the big supervillain monologue of revealing his master plan to the world.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the little threads that happened. Like, it's like, this can only happen if the Usos lose this, so you have to hire LLC to take them out first. Then we can then after that we can use them for Aleister Black. And then Roman absolutely shitting on Ricochet for no reason.
Yeah, that's more of just a seed. It's him. It's more like I'm trying for that thing was like me planting a seed for the future, but then also I need to make him a heel, so I'm just gonna have him shit on Ricochet.
Just call everyone idiots.
Yeah, I was gonna have him shit on Ricochet.
That's Roman's heel. That's Roman's heel gimmick, because then he just calls everyone around him an idiot.
Well, like I said, he's no more Mr. Nice Guy. He it got him. It got him to titles, but now it's like everything just crumbled beneath him. So is it worth being Mr. Nice Guy anymore? Maybe not.
I don't know, man.
So
it's tough call to make.
Yeah. So and also, Mikey, to little teaser there. And this is behind the scenes Ryan Knightsey booking brain. Do you like my word inclusion there? If you remember the word inclusion of being a nice guy and being ruthless.
Interesting.
Do you remember the Brock Lesnar, Keith Lee, Paul Heyman contract signing where those words were also brought up?
Yes. That was a very cool choice of words.
Yes.
Then I like how Roman is like, look, it is me. I am the challenger. It should be me.
Yeah, he should be there. All right, well, that's the show opener. Mikey, what do you got for SmackDown? What's their show
All
opener?
right. So my show opener is much less in-depth than yours.
Is that a villain reveal?
I'm just going to get into it. Randy Orton comes to the ring surrounded by security. He stands in the ring and grabs a microphone, but looks a little more disheveled than usual. His tie's a little loose. His shirt, his jacket is unbuttoned. His shirt's a little wrinkly.
Mm-hmm.
He keeps lifting the mic to say something, then putting it down. He just can't get his words together. Then Orton just drops the mic and leaves with his security team without saying anything at all.
Really?
But also saying everything.
I mean, saying everything is a choice. Yeah. He's always going to say that.
He keeps lifting it, like maybe about to say something, and then all of a sudden he just kind of gives up and is like, nah.
Okay.
And he just leaves.
Okay. Real interesting.
The fear is in his heart, Ryan.
Catch me up. So catch me quickly up to speed about what happened. So he is being challenged now by Drew McIntyre for the Universal Championship, and he lost the demon. He's all disheveled. He's all upset about it, right?
Yeah, it looks like Orton has been up for 2 weeks straight. Orton hasn't slept since Extreme Rules. It looks like.
Oh, interesting. He is just he's gone. Oh my gosh. Okay then. Okay, I like it. It's a little, that little bit of tease of what's Randy Orton thinking about the Drew McIntyre challenge, and it's like we don't know what he's thinking, but it doesn't look good.
Yeah, I think that was the point I was trying to get across. Of we were getting, like you said, we were getting that tease of oh, maybe we'll find out what he's thinking, but instead he kind of just doesn't say nothing, which kind of tells you everything you need to know about it.
Speaks volumes.
Him not saying anything kind of speaks volumes to how he feels about Drew McIntyre without having the demon as a backup.
I like it. I like that. I think that makes sense. I like it a lot. Well, then let's go back to Raw, Mikey, where we open with the first match, Shayna Baszler versus Bianca Belair.
Ooh, all right.
If you remember last week when she attacked Belair backstage and then beat Naomi later in the night. Bianca Belair, of course, with Naomi here. Gonna say this, Mikey, surprise victory. Belair wins with the roll-up.
Oh, all right.
Bianca Belair gets the roll-up victory on Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler's distinctly upset following the match.
Bianca Belair getting the win on Shayna Baszler. Huge win for Belair.
Yes, I would agree. Huge win for Belair to try to build up even more. And maybe there's something to say that, hey, look, Bianca Belair just pinned Miss Money in the Bank Shayna Baszler.
Ooh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. All right, so that's awesome. Let's cut back to match number 1 for SmackDown Live. We have Roderick Strong versus Mustafa Ali, which Pete Dunne is watching from the back when Roderick Strong picks up the victory. So we got Pete Dunne in the back watching from that awkward angle, of course. And do you mind if I roll right into my next segment because it kind of ties into this match?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So after the match, we cut back to where Pete Dunne is watching TV to see his reaction, but Pete Dunne is not there, and the shot lingers on the TV when we see Pete Dunne attack Roderick Strong celebrating from behind, and he. So yeah,
okay.
We cut to the back to see Pete Dunne's reaction to Roderick Strong.
Yeah, they're going to go do an interview with Pete Dunne. They're like, okay, let's cut back to Pete Dunne for the interview. Where the hell is Pete Dunne?
And then the shot of the TV shows Pete Dunne attack Roderick Strong.
That's great. That's such a great idea, honestly.
And then we cut back to the main cam, where Pete Dunne is beating down Roderick Strong, but then Undisputed Era come out and get Dunne off of Strong, and they start beating Pete Dunne down. But then who makes the save? None other than Kevin Owens with a steel chair.
Yeah, baby.
Coming to the ring to make the save for Pete Dunne and chasing off Undisputed Era.
Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that a lot, actually. Also, I also like the team of Pete Dunne and Kevin Owens a lot. There's something about that I really like. We
got it's like we have
the Owen weights.
We have KO and the Bruiserweight. Like it's like two guys who just want to punch people.
Yeah.
Like they just want to beat people up.
Yeah, two big bruisers right there. I like that a lot, honestly. That's a pretty solid crew.
Oh, I'm stoked for it.
Yeah, I'm very stoked for that. Well, then there we go. Let's keep the ball rolling, as it were.
Yeah, let's see what that first segment is over on Monday night.
Yes, Monday Night Raw. We got segment which is a backstage interview with AJ Styles.
All right.
AJ says, of course, like we said last week, AJ Styles interfered with the WWE Championship match at Extreme Rules, and then him and Andrade beat Keith Lee and Daniel Bryan last week. So he's backstage interview. He says that he doesn't care what Paul Heyman thinks. Keith Lee is not a star. He's just another twerp trying to take my spot.
They really don't like Keith Lee, huh?
Ah, they're heels, baby. He's trying to take my spot. I've earned my spot in this company by becoming the best all over the world. I come here, I almost immediately become WWE Championship. I am the star. This kid hasn't yet earned his spot, not while I'm here. And by the way, Paul, I'm coming after Brock's title, and I'm winning the WWE Championship.
Bold statement.
So yeah,
calling their shot.
Yeah, bringing it, dunking on Keith Lee, and I also am tying into a little bit of current real life heat that AJ Styles has. We're upset that people are taking his spot. I guess because you already did your segment, we'll continue on to my match, Mikey.
Sure.
Which is the two Fly Guys, Ricochet and Cedric Alexander.
Two Fly Guys.
Team of Ricochet and Alexander against the Usos. Like I said, a little bit of tease into the future here, Mikey.
Oh yeah, with Ricochet coming up. Yeah, after Roman called Ricochet an idiot.
And I should say the Usos get the victory.
All right.
Usos.
I figured that was coming. After the opening promo, I figured that might be the case.
Usos get the victory. Ricochet apparently has his mind probably on something else.
Probably on Roman calling him an idiot for literally no reason.
Yeah. Usos get the victory. Good on the Usos.
All right. Cool. All right, so let's hop into my match number 2 over on Friday night, which is Sasha Banks versus Asuka on free TV. We're just giving away those pay-per-view matches.
Yes, baby.
And in this match, Sasha Banks picks up the victory
Yet again.
after the lights go out while Banks is in the Asuka lock. When the lights come back on, Banks is free and Asuka's out cold, and Sasha gets the pin. She looks disappointed, though, because she wasn't the one to earn that victory, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll touch on that more later tonight.
At a later date. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'm really interested to see where the Sasha Banks storyline's going here.
I have an idea, but I don't know how good it's going to play.
The reveal.
Yeah, I like it. I like where it's going. Like, I like the idea, but I don't know how everyone else is going to like the idea.
Yeah, I'm intrigued, but I'm sort of like, I'm waiting, you know what I mean? To really give my case. I'm sort of just like, let's see how this plays out. You know, because it could be like, I don't know, it could be like a reveal of, you know, whomever. It could just be like, you know, it could be a call up. It could be whoever. And I'm just sort of like, you know, you did get a call up last week, I should say.
Yes.
Also, we have a tie, so you might get another call up. But like, you know, mine's sort of like I don't really have a take until I see the full reveal, I guess.
Fair enough. Ryan, take us to Video Package.
Video Package Town. Very quick video package, Mikey. It's just recapping what happened on the Peep Show last week, which, to recap, I did not fully write out my card. I didn't even write it out. I didn't even write the rest of it out last week, so I can't really recap it here at all. Basically, Edge and Christian. Edge returned on last week on Raw on the Peep Show with Christian. Rollins interrupted, and they got into a little bit of a fight, a little bit of a tizzy.
A little bit of a scuffle.
Mm-hmm. And I'm excited to know where that goes. Oh, and the big announcement from that was the official match announcement of Edge versus Seth Rollins at SummerSlam.
All right. I'm still excited about.
Yes, that's a dream match right there, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's your video package over at SmackDown?
Video Package Town over in SmackDown consists of one nation in a dark room. Posters of each tag team on SD are hanging on the wall. They go one by one down the line. Street Profits. They paint a big X over the poster. Heavy Machinery. Another big X.
Oh my God.
Mustafa Ali. X. Rey Mysterio. X.
Oh my God.
We have faced and beat, and then they go on to say, we have faced and beaten every tag team SmackDown has thrown our way, and scraped and clawed until we made our way to the very top of this division.
Yes, they have.
We are the rulers of the tag division and the pinnacle of what a tag team can be. No one is going to take us off our mountain. Even if they try, they will only fall like all the rest.
Yeah. We're the one nation that stands tall. Everyone else falls.
They're the one nation, baby.
One nation stands tall. Everyone falls.
Cruz and Tozawa with their rise to stardom. They absolutely scraped and when they say they scraped and clawed, they are not.
They were not lying. Remember, they were nothing a couple months ago.
When we were booking together, they were like not even a blip on our radar. And then we put them together, and it was like, we really like this team. So like slowly we like built them, and then I think they're not trying to like call you out or anything, but I think their real build happened after the split. You know?
No, I mean, I'll be honest. I was like, I really loved One Nation, and obviously before the split, One Nation had more of like a anti-managerial character gimmick, right? And I really liked them, and I was slightly nervous when the split happened. You took them because I also really wanted them. I was like, I really like One Nation, and I feel like you've done a great job since the split. You've made them, not only did they become champions, but they have become dominant champions, and they've dropped an anti-managerial character because they don't need to be anti-managers. They've moved beyond,
They've become a unit in themselves.
Yes, they've moved beyond the need of like they're above everybody else. You know, they're one nation, stand tall, everybody else falls. That's a T-shirt. Give me a T-shirt.
Oh yeah, it is.
But what? Yeah, well, I love what One Nation's doing. I mean, who was on that list again? Like, who do you even? I'm trying to think of who you.
Heavy Machinery, Street Profits, Ali, Mysterio,
Birch and Lorcan.
I was looking. I don't think they've maybe they faced them like once or twice, but it wasn't like a big thing.
Maybe in the past before the split.
Yeah, I think that was it because I was looking through my old cards and I haven't really seen them take on Birch and Lorcan or anything like that. You know, That's why I said the tag team SmackDown threw at them. Like anyone they have been scheduled to face against or like had matches against, they won.
Let me see if I can look it up.
There was one certain tag team that I can't really mention right now.
I get you. Don't worry about it. I get you. I hope maybe the audience also remembers and also understands. And I hope they do. I'm just checking real quick. And see if I can do... I'm checking the archive to see if I can find some sort of answer. God dang it. Come on. Man, the archive doesn't work like that, does it? Dang it. I was hoping that maybe that's a thing into our website. I just realized.
We'll figure it out for next time.
We'll figure it out. Well, maybe I can check the other archive. Yeah, no, I feel like they might have faced. I really feel like they might have faced those dudes.
Like I said, on my cards, I don't think they have. But they might have in the past when we were still booking as a squad.
Yeah, I just don't remember. I'll check it up for you as a recording and just give you the update later. So let's move over back to match number 3 on Raw. It is Seth Rollins with Murphy and Mastiff by his side, taking on The Miz. Murphy and Mastiff get involved a lot.
I bet.
And ultimately, Seth Rollins wins. But Mikey, I know what you're wondering. How does he win? He wins with a spear.
Whoa. All right. I like it.
Yes, so a little additional nod and sort of that FU to Edge. You know, just continue that rivalry, even though Edge is not here.
I like that. I like that little nod to Edge. Also, it kind of is it's also kind of a nod to Roman after he said that Seth hired LLC earlier, which I thought was neat.
Yes, just remind people these are the people that are doing all this stuff.
Yeah, it's like a double nod almost, you know.
Yes, it is. Oh, I just wanted to announce what my main event was. I was supposed to do it at the show opener. It'd be like, oh, this is what happens after the show opener. The main event, Mikey, is Aleister Black versus Cesaro.
All right.
That's my main event. Just run that because I forgot to.
I guess I should probably announce. Actually, no. You had a reason to announce yours. I don't really have one to announce mine right
Fair
now.
enough. What's your match number 3 instead?
My match number 3 is Jeff Hardy versus Shelton Benjamin, in which Jeff Hardy gets the win.
Okay. Jeff Hardy. Oh,
that's it.
I like that.
Easy peasy.
No, but I like that you're giving Jeff Hardy the win there. It was recently, we were talking about how, like, I was like, I think it was last week where we were like, yeah, Jeff Hardy is pretty low in the total poll over them.
Yeah, I'm not giving him the credit he deserves. Like as much as he had his, like, for me it was like, oh yeah, Jeff Hardy had his time. I'm trying to push new people, but it's like he's still here. He's still a big name on SmackDown. I gotta give him something. You know,
I get you. I get that.
Like I feel like I think I was overlooking Jeff Hardy too much. You know.
I get that. Real quickly on the Birch and Lorcan versus One Nation thing, it does not appear that they've ever had a rivalry. They did have a match January 3rd of 2019, where One Nation was starting out. They were involved when Street Profits and One Nation were having their mini feud at the time. Street Profits took them out in a tag match, and Birch and Lorcan replaced them.
Interesting.
And then in a big, what is this? 2, 4, 6, 12-man tag match. Birch and Lorcan and OC and One Nation were on either sides of it. But no, they've never had a proper feud.
A proper feud. Interesting.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Interesting with SummerSlam coming up and One Nation looking for challengers.
And very interesting. I put on a monocle. Okay, well, let's keep it rolling. Backstage interview with Bianca Belair over on Raw. Bianca Belair and Naomi, I should say. Naomi says that last week we got jumped and beaten, and this week, thanks to Bianca here, we proved we're smarter. We've got the brains. We've got the numbers. And then Bianca chimes in saying that now we want the Money in the Bank briefcase. I beat you, Shayna. Give me that shot.
Dang, the Money in the Bank briefcase is getting treated like a title almost.
Why
here.
not though? Like I feel like it's a why not sort of situation, and maybe I'm setting things up or whatever as I shift my eyes back and forth. But maybe I'm just I don't see if you have it, why not? And you pin. My thing is like it should sort of be like.
Are you calling me out for not using Sami Zayn?
No, I'm not. It's just my personal feeling.
Money in the Bank.
I think it can be used. However, I just feel like, at the very least, storyline wise, I wanted to. Well, one, I needed to get the briefcase off of Nia Jax because I didn't realize that Becky Lynch was pregnant at the time when I put the briefcase on Nia Jax.
Fair.
So I needed to do that. But then storyline wise, I think it makes sense for Bianca Belair and Naomi to want the briefcase. So I'm just sort of like doing it there. And, maybe I got plans. Again, as I shift my eyes back and forth. I'm darting my eyes over the place. Okay, what's happened over on Raw or SmackDown?
Over on SmackDown, we also have a backstage interview with a debuting Piper Niven.
Hey!
Asking her about how it feels to be on SmackDown. Piper responds, honestly, being on this roster with some of the most talented and dedicated wrestlers in the world is like a dream come true. But that doesn't mean I'm going to be taking it easy on anyone. I'm going to fight as hard as I can, night in and night out, to prove that I can kick some ass and show all the women on the roster that there's a new girl in town and that I'm gunning for the top spot. And Piper heads off for her match next.
Hey! Piper. Is it? Yeah, Piper Niven. I was confused her with Viper. Piper Niven making her debut.
Well,
fair enough. Do you want to lead straight into that match?
Sure. It's the match is Piper Niven versus Peyton Royce, in which Piper Niven picks up the victory.
Okay, Piper Niven making a solid debut, defeating Peyton Royce. I like it. Little hype up interview to get the crowd interested into who this person is and remind them of like, hey, if you watched NXT UK, you know who this is, and we'll do that. Solid. I think solid debut for Piper.
Yeah, I'm excited. I was watching some Piper Niven stuff on YouTube before I booked her just to see where I should go, and I think I have ideas.
Okay, I like it. I like it a lot. Let's move down back to Raw and match number 4 for Raw. It is Alexa Bliss with Nia Jax against Rhea Ripley with who I wrote Bliss. It's Morgan with Rhea Ripley versus Morgan for the Raw Women's Championship.
Ooh, all right. I forgot about this match. Oh, and I'm excited.
Yes, if you don't remember, last week or at Extreme Rules, there was a stipulation in place that if Morgan and Ripley successfully retain their Women's Tag Team Championship, they can each individually challenge Alexa Bliss for her Raw Women's Championship. Last week, after Morgan Ripley defeated Natalya and Carmella, Rhea Ripley got on the mic and stated that she's going to put her challenge next week against Bliss. So here we go, the Raw Women's Championship match. And who else is watching this match backstage, Mikey, but Shayna Baszler?
Ooh, all right.
So I'm just going to say right now, the winner for the Raw Women's Championship, with the help of distraction from Nia Jax, is Alexa Bliss.
All right.
Alexa Bliss successfully retains over Rhea Ripley due to distractions.
Damn, I was hoping Rhea Ripley was going to get the win here, but Alexa Bliss playing dirty.
Yeah, I mean, it's Alexa Bliss. What else are you going to do here?
Classic.
But yeah, Rhea Ripley gets a solid titled match, but again, maybe maybe it's a little too early for her to win the title, so you have to make her look good in a way, but also lose.
Mm-hmm.
So and eventually move the story along, because now that means that Liv Morgan also has a shot at the Raw Women's Championship. So when is she gonna cash that in, as it were?
Indeed.
Okay. You already did the next match, so I'll move into my next segment, my final segment, which is a backstage interview with Elias. Charlie Caruso congratulates Elias on his big win over King Corbin last week. Elias says that he doesn't actually think it was a big win last week, saying that it was just Baron Corbin, or just King Corbin. But he appreciates the love nonetheless. Charlie asks, what's Elias' next goal? Elias says that it's looking like there is no current number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship, and he wouldn't mind earning that spot. He's heard rumblings of a battle royal down the line, but he's just going to wait and see.
Interesting. Elias possibly calling his next shot.
Yes, Elias is definitely throwing his hat into the fray. Where are you throwing hat?
All while burying Corbin. I see.
Hat in the ring. That's the phrase. Yes. Shitting on Baron Corbin. I'm sure Baron Corbin will not like that.
I don't think so.
Or King Corbin. His Majesty King Corbin. My mistake. Okay. Well then, Mikey, what's your next interview?
Next up, our backstage segment is Sasha in her locker room, and she finds yet another note which says, "Don't think I didn't believe in you tonight. That one was personal. I know this is a confusing time for you, but we both know you are much better than that losing streak you were on. I promise I'll reveal myself soon, and then we have a job to do."
Interesting. So Sasha Banks defeats Asuka with help from this person. Last week, Who did Sasha Banks defeat last week?
Sasha Banks took out Mandy Rose last week.
Okay, whatever.
Sasha Banks took out Mandy Rose on her own.
Okay, well, Sasha Banks defeated Asuka, who is the former SmackDown Women's Champion, and that one was personal. I'm
going to say, real quick, that I wanted Sasha Banks versus Asuka to be the main event. But I also wanted this promo to happen, this little moment to happen tonight. So it was hard to fit both in. Like, it was hard to fit that match as the main event and also that little moment in.
Yes.
So unfortunately, Sasha Banks versus Asuka couldn't be the main event, although it probably like out of all the matches on this card, not gonna lie, probably should be.
I see. No, I see. I see what you mean there. Yeah, it is a high profile. I mean, yeah, it's a high profile match, maybe, but I can also see an argument for it to not be the main event, since Sasha Banks is like coming off of a losing streak and Asuka is coming off of 2 failed title challenges.
Yeah, but it's still Asuka versus Sasha Banks.
Very, very true. Very true. Okay. Well, let me hit you with my main event over on Raw, Mikey.
Yes, let's hear your main event.
Aleister Black versus Cesaro.
All right.
Speaking on it, there's a reason why this wasn't... I could have also done the Raw Women's Championship in the main event, but I feel like this storyline is a little bit higher profile than the Raw Women's Championship. Also reasons, which I will go into. But this match is that it is Aleister Black versus Cesaro, with, of course, Lashley and Lana in his corner against one each other. Very high-hitting match, so that's just a match I want to see on paper. Not on paper, but in the ring. And I will say that Aleister Black gets the victory over Cesaro here.
All right. Aleister Black returning in his return match, getting a big victory. Love it.
Bobby Lashley does attack Black after the match. Gets another beat down on Aleister Black. New Day comes out for the save, but the mid run in, the Usos cut them off and attack the New Day.
Ooh, I like the idea of the New Day running to the ring and then the Usos cutting them off with in tandem super kicks.
Oh yeah, you know it, baby. Even though there's 2 Usos and 3 New Day. Yeah, don't worry about the numbers. Don't think too hard.
Don't worry about it.
But yeah, Usos stop the run-in, mid-run-in, ends with Black and New Day being run off, which will build to, I guess I'll just announce for the main event next week, which will happen. The announcement will happen on Twitter over the week. or whatever. But basically, the main event next week will be New Day and Aleister Black versus LLC and the Usos.
I also have an on Twitter announcement for next week's main event.
Okay, well, there we go. Let's find out what's your current main event this week.
My current main event this week is Adam Cole versus Dolph Ziggler.
Really?
In which Adam Cole picks up the victory with Yui distracting the ref.
Interesting. Why are you picking that one as your main event?
Building up Adam Cole mostly.
Okay. It's a build-up of Adam Cole. Question for you is Ziggler have Rude by his side? Does Cole have whoever by his side?
Yes, Cole has part of Undisputed Era, and Ziggler has Rude, but Undisputed Era took care of that.
Yeah, it's the numbers game at that point.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it. Adam Cole gets the main event win. I can see what you mean, but like it wasn't like a flashy main event. I think.
Like Sasha Banks versus Asuka was the flashy main event, but I needed to do that other thing to work in the story a little bit.
Yeah, I get you.
I couldn't find like a good way to do it.
Okay, well, I like it. I think you had a solid card here, Mikey. I think going from top down. I think it had a strong start. I think you moved some around. Did you move some of the matches around while we were recording?
No.
Was I crazy? Am I crazy? I thought Banks and Asuka was your semi-main.
No. Nope. This is how it was.
Oh, I am crazy then. I thought it had a solid start, and then I think the second hour, I guess Hardy and Benjamin, you're building up Hardy, debut of Niven, and then Adam Cole Ziggler. The second half I feel like is building up. You know what I mean? The second half of your card was like building up people while you had like a very solid start. I like it. And I'm excited. Do you have any idea, any match announcements for SummerSlam yet? Doesn't seem like it.
Not for SummerSlam, but I do have one for next week if I may.
Yeah, go for it.
So next week we have the old Twitter announcement. We have Pete Dunne and Kevin Owens versus Roderick Strong and Adam Cole as our main event.
Pete Dunne and Kevin Owens versus whom?
Roderick Strong and Adam Cole.
Roderick Strong and Adam Cole. I like that a lot, honestly. I love the team like I said, I love the team of Pete Dunne and Kevin Owens. Didn't think about that for a while, but I just like that a lot.
I'm just excited to have Kevin Owens and Adam Cole in the same ring.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And don't even get me started on the idea of like all those teases that the internet loves to have of Kevin Owens and Undisputed Era.
My heart.
Yeah, I mean
PWG.
Oh my God, got Mountain Rushmore, baby. Kind of Mountain Rushmore 2.0 as well. Yeah, I like it. I like that. Well, then, folks at home, if you liked Mikey's SmackDown card, or if you liked my Raw card, I guess we should just give them a full rundown real quickly, Mikey, if that might help the listeners a little bit.
Indeed.
So just a real quick rundown of my Raw card, which was opening with Roman Reigns, Usos, LLC, giving them sort of the super villain reveal of the plan of everything that happened. Aleister Black attacks them, but quickly gets outnumbered. Followed up with a match between Baszler and Bianca Belair, with Belair getting the win. A backstage interview saying that Keith Lee is not a star and he's coming after the title. Then we got a match between Ricochet and Alexander versus Usos, with Usos getting the win. Video package of the Peep Show from last night. Then a match between Rollins and Miz, where Rollins wins with a spear, direct call out to Edge. Then a backstage interview with Bianca Belair and Naomi, where they say that they want a shot at the Miss Money in the Bank briefcase. Then we have Bliss versus Ripley for the Raw Women's Championship, which Bliss gets the win over distractions. Backstage interview with Elias saying that he's interested in the IC title, but there might be a Battle Royal happening soon. And then the main event with Black and Cesaro, with Black getting the win, but then him, New Day, all get beat down and attacked by LLC and the Usos.
All right.
And if you like that card, vote for Raw in the Twitter profile, on the Twitter pinned tweet at HitTheBooksPod. Vote for Raw on that poll that drops.
And if you hate Raw, you should vote for this SmackDown card, in which Randy Orton opens the show where he comes to the ring surrounded by security and he grabs a microphone but can't quite think about what to say because he seems like he's a little scared. And he drops the mic and leaves with his team of security. And we have match 1, Roderick Strong versus Mustafa Ali, which Pete Dunne is watching from the back. And Roderick Strong gets the win. And then after the match, Pete Dunne runs to the ring and attacks Strong, but The Undisputed Era beats him down for it, and Kevin Owens comes and makes the save with a steel chair, setting up our match next week with Pete Dunne and Kevin Owens versus Roderick Strong and Adam Cole. After that, we have Sasha Banks versus Asuka, in which Banks picks up the victory after the lights go out, and Asuka is down, and Sasha picks up the pin. After that, we have One Nation in the dark room, crossing out all those tag team posters and declaring that no one can stop them.
Great promo.
After that, we have Jeff Hardy versus Shelton Benjamin, in which Jeff Hardy gets the victory. Next up, we have the backstage interview with Piper Niven, asking her how it feels to be on SmackDown and that she is here to kick ass and take names, which leads into our next match of Piper Niven versus Peyton Royce, in which Piper Niven picks up the victory. Then we have Sasha in her locker room with yet another note saying that the reveal is coming soon, and that this attack was a little personal. And then we have our main event, Adam Cole with Undisputed Era versus Dolph Ziggler with Rude, in which Adam Cole picks up the victory.
I like it. You can go vote for that or Raw on our Twitter page at HitTheBooksPod. It's going to be that pinned tweet at the top of our profile page. So go there and go vote. We would greatly appreciate it.
It'll be our Twin Pete.
Our Twin Peak. So yes, before we leave this episode of Hit the Books, Mikey, like we said at the top of the show, there was a tie last week in last week's poll. And if you don't know, folks, a tie means that both of us have to roll the randomizer on each other. That randomizer is a list of like 40 things where various things can happen. So we'll find out exactly what those things are. Mikey, are you ready to get randomized?
Only if you are as well.
Don't you put this hurt on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you do this. Don't you do this to me. So help me God.
All right. Let's hit it.
Come on, baby. Come on. It's the thing about the internet is that it's so slow sometimes. So it's just like very, very nervous. There is one thing that's currently, it still says it's loading. So I'm sort of afraid.
Well, I have mine for you if you would like me to say it while we wait.
Okay, well, mine is officially loaded, so I also have mine for you.
Never mind.
Okay, well, then would you like yours?
Yeah.
Something...
So, Ryan, for you,
yes,
I have a match interference.
Another one?
Wrestler must interfere in the match. I know, you just got this, but the randomizer is living by its namesake of being random, so...
Am I already in the clear where Nia Jax gets involved with the Raw Women's Championship match and like Murphy and Mastiff can involve in the Rollins-Miz match?
I'll take that.
Technically, I already have 2/3 match interferences.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
Aha! I've made it through to the other side. Okay, well,
right.
Mikey.
Well, hit me, I guess.
A little, not as bad. It kind of sucks, but not as bad. Cut a match. Someone went over the match length, and now you have to cut the match.
You wouldn't say that.
Cut the match to hit that 2-hour mark. So yeah, you got a couple matches here. It could hurt the poll because now you have one last match. Are you going to be cutting Strong Ali, Banks Asuka, Hardy Benjamin, Niven Royce, or Cole Ziggler?
Well, unfortunately, there's only one match here that doesn't have story implications on it, and it's Jeff Hardy Benjamin.
Oh,
so that sucks.
I feel so bad for them.
It's fine. I'll just move it to next week. I'm sure there'll be room.
Well, I feel bad, Mikey, because literally when we talked about that match, literally we were like, yeah, Jeff Hardy, hasn't done a lot of stuff.
Stop cutting my matches then, Ryan.
He's on this big losing streak, and now you're giving him a final shot, bringing him back, and then his match gets cut. Oh, poor Jeff. Poor Jeff. Well, there we go. Maybe next week we'll see Hardy Benjamin again. Finally, after all these years. Oh, poor Jeff Hardy. Well, there we go. That's this week's episode of Hit the Books in the official books, in the history books. Like we said, go to Twitter at HitTheBooksPod. You can give us a follow, but then you can also vote in that Twin Pete. Shit, I did it again.
Get wrecked.
Our pinned tweet at the top of the page and vote on whether or not you like Raw or SmackDown. So definitely go do that. Like we said, if you like what you heard, you can subscribe to this podcast feed. We would greatly appreciate a subscription from you, because not only can you listen to this show every single Friday, but we also listen to our sister show, Wrestling with Statistics, every Monday, along with all those extra pay-per-view specials that we do for Hit the Books as well. So you can always look out for that. If you also really liked what you enjoyed, we would really appreciate it if you gave us a 5-star review on iTunes. It helps us out a lot more than you think. And also, we just want to hear what you think of the show. So you can go vote there as well. Obviously, like we said, we'll greatly appreciate it. And like Mikey said on Wrestling and Statistics earlier this week, we would even love it more if you give us a 5-star review and then in the comments give us 1 star, just 1 star, so that we can officially know you've given us a 6-star review.
Yes.
Because sadly, iTunes doesn't track that.
Or if you want, you can also give us a 5 6-star reviews or 6 5-star reviews.
Yes, or 6 separate 5-star reviews.
Or give us a 3-star and a 2-star and say it's 5 stars. But also don't do that, because that'll mess up the algorithm.
Yes, just pad our numbers. Just pad our numbers somehow. So there we go. That's this week's episode of Hit the Books. Mikey, anything for you to plug?
Well, you can go subscribe to our YouTube channel, where we have all of our cards in video form, and we have all of our 2K outcomes in which we commentate our matches, which we haven't done one in a while, and I'm very upset about it because they're very fun.
Every single time you say we haven't done one in a while, we then roll it like the next episode or two. You're teasing it.
I'm putting it into the universe.
Putting it into the universe, the WWE universe, as it were.
Chaos Magic at its finest.
Yeah, go to our YouTube channel.
Yeah, dude. So we said go to our YouTube channel, and hopefully soon we'll roll another 2K outcome so we can do our commentary. We also have our pay-per-view reviews there and everything you can ever want. So subscribe there, like those videos. Yo, like, comment, and subscribe.
Oh no.
But yeah, and go check out our website, hcbpod.com, where you can find literally everything that has to do with anything about our show.
Yeah, we got the full archive. So everything before Extreme Rules and before, since SummerSlam of 2018, when we diverted, everything is there, so you can catch up and read everything from our back history. And of course, we got some extra stuff like championship history, and so just some quick bits, and the rankings, which we can just sort of see as well. Sort of see basically who we kind of pushed in the past month or so, or still continue to push, like McIntyre, like Baszler. So yeah, go check out all of those things at htbpod.com. We appreciate it. And I think that is it. Like I said, you can follow us on Twitter at HitTheBooksPod. Subscribe and review. Go on YouTube. We appreciate all of those things. Until next time, for Mikey, I have been Ryan. We'll see you next week. And until then, we've got 2 words for you.
Book it.